Hey folks, so welcome to an on-location cast. Welcome Alex.
Thank you.
Ashen Wings TCG.
Thank you, happy to be here.
First, I have to congratulate you.
Oh,
You've officially been promoted to the Rules and Decisions Committee for Silver Age.
Yes, I have. You know, I have a lot of talent in making very important decisions for a format, so I think it'll probably
you
work
and
out.
a billion other people now get to choose the hero rotation for Silver Age. So that's what we're here to talk about today, is the details on that and then feelings and impacts of that. So why don't you go ahead and let folks know the details, and we can kind of back each other up because we just got it from the keynote last night.
Yeah, effectively the hero legality of Silver Age, while we initially thought was going to be, some form of decision based directly through development, turns out devs are only going to be able to ban one hero. We, as the community, are going to be able to choose 3 heroes in a voting process to ban for a season of Silver Age. Now, of course, this isn't happening until far after Pen. I don't know if it's like maybe 2 months or so.
Probably the spring release would be the end of the season, I would assume. 3 seasons a year seems right. Yeah.
So effectively, that means that after quite a while, currently all heroes are going to be legal for quite some time. And then once the heroes they've gotten to the point where we can finally make that decision, we're going to be, the community is going to be in charge of making the choice of who is going to stay in the format and who's going to go.
Yeah.
So
first time Aria or Oldhim, as it may be, is voted out. They'll be out for 1 season, and then they'll come back for a season, and then there will be another vote.
Yep.
So that would be 2 seasons removed. And then if they are voted out again, they will be out for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And then the third time they're voted out 3 seasons and so on.
Pretty much just so that way you don't have to continue voting for the same hero every single time. They pretty much just piece them out as this is a hero that's going to be banned for a while. People still want them banned. Because that being the case, they're just consecutively banning them from several seasons prior. That way they can make changes to the format. So,
certainly. So then with the details, the next question is, what do you think?
I think it's interesting. It's not exactly what I expected to have happen. I do think that I trust enough people who play in this very, very, it's a very pushed format, like what they want to do for competitive stuff. So because of that, there are going to be a lot of eyes on the format in regards to how we want that to happen. But, is it going to be a hive mind thing? Is it going to be are we all collectively going to come together to make this decision of Oldhim needs to go? Or is it going to be a trial and error? Maybe a new hero comes out and that hero is really powerful and we have to pivot our focus into that. But overall, I'm just excited to play something that's, exciting, that other people are excited about, and that it's a budget format, right? Something that we both collectively want for the community, right? So,
yeah, obviously the system's very innovative.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, no one has done, Flesh and Blood pushing the limits again, right? To my knowledge, no one's done something like this before.
Right.
Maybe for a good reason.
Hey, they said, if it's our fault, if we mess up the community voting, that's on us. That's not anything that's okay, Dev made the mistake. Nope, that's us.
If it doesn't work, I'm going to blame you.
Yep.
Fair, and fair enough. No, it is interesting, right? Because obviously, all we can do is speculate. At this point.
Yeah.
But it does seem. It seems easy to manage early on, right?
Yeah.
If people get tired of losing to Oldhim,
right,
they're going to vote for Oldhim.
Yeah.
But down the line, knowing that if you vote for a hero, they could potentially be gone for a year,
right,
or something, I think that carries implications with it. And I do have to wonder. Are you familiar with the Legend of the Five Rings card game at all? The old.
I have heard people talk about it. I am not personally familiar with it, but I've heard it's compared to a lot of things. I believe this is this to do with Conquest by chance? Is that there's a format in how games are played that's a best of 3 kind of deal.
By that, the thing that kept that game going, the thing that game really brought more than any other game was faction loyalty, which we have classes in this game which are somewhat analogous to that. So the L5R people, don't throw tomatoes at the screen. I know there's a difference, right? But you'd have people who would show up at these tournaments as Crab Clan or whatever, just to earn Crab Clan cred.
I see.
So I wonder if there's not a possibility that 3-4 years down the line, we're like, all right, I'm a Brute player, and you're an Illusionist player. We're going to make a pact. I don't know why those two particularly would ever
no, I don't think they've ever had a pact a day in their lives.
We're going to make a pact. We're not going to vote for each other's heroes.
Yeah.
And we're going to work together to get the warrior out.
And that's the thing, right? Like, I've heard, it's just been the joke effectively because so many of my local community know me as, like, the guy who does the budget stuff, right? Like, and that because of our influence and, you know, bringing this content to the community, you know, there's always the talk of, like, well, like, what if we just kind of, like, sprinkle in a little bit of something like, oh, hey, like, maybe warrior's a problem, even though, like, somebody's local community might not be the case.
Right.
But I mean, again, it would have to take a lot of people to make that change. And, like, when you look at the people who are going to truly be making the changes, it's the people who are going to be playing competitively at Sage. Like, you're going to see those top 8s of X amount of the same type of class or hero, and that's going to be enough where people, even just, like, viewers, maybe they've never played Sage a day in their life, and they've just been like, I don't want to watch Oldhim mirrors.
I think that's a fair point.
You know? So, yeah.
But on the flip side, right, there's only so many competitive players, and they still just have one vote.
Yeah.
Because I assume they're going to tie it to gym ID in some way.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would certainly hope there's not like a 50 votes per person if you're like top of the leaderboard of Gem or whatever. Like,
it's like Dancing with the Stars. It's like, you get 10 votes by text message.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that is interesting because that's a challenge Flesh and Blood at large has had in terms of balance that we've consistently, like Aurora is a great example of that, right? Aurora was not dominating the like top tier tournaments.
Right.
But she was impacting the ground floor substantially, right?
Yeah.
So you could, again, in theory, have these top 8 heroes that, 80, 100, 200 people vote for.
Right.
But the rest of the mass is just tired of losing Naira or whatever it may be, right? So, and then at the end, they publish what it is, and everyone's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. This system's not working.
Yeah. And I think, obviously with there being a new format and this being something new that they've never done before, as per all things, I'm sure it's not a set in stone thing. This very well could be removed after several seasons of banning,
it's
right?
Fair.
It very well could be. I would hope that there's at least some success in it, right? But I think the best part about a format like Sage is that, you have, it's like $20 to change a hero.
Right.
Like if you're really like, okay, I had my tear with Kayo for several seasons and now my hero's banned, $20 gets you another hero.
Right.
Like, and especially with the precons being the case too, like you're going to have plenty of options available. So, and it's just going to be, it's going to be easy to swap.
Right.
And I think that's going to be helpful at least to deter people's sadness, because like, if a card from a talent gets banned, it's affecting multiple heroes, right? But if your hero just gets banned, it's like, okay, you can just swap. Right, you can just swap heroes and it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily without emotion involved.
Correct. Yes. You're still going to have that tie, right? I know, as a lover of Dromai, I know that it would suck to have her leave, but she also, I think it's okay to have that disconnect.
Right.
If you're trying to be like competitive, right? Like if you have a high competitive standpoint, it's one thing to have a pet hero, it's another thing to be competitive, right? And this is what they're being pushed as is. This is a competitive format, it's a budget format, but it is still competitive, so there will need to be competitive edge, and at some point, you'll have to give up that pet to make that happen.
Well, and if I'm understanding, I think what you're saying, or at least between the lines, is that because this is a competitive format, if you choose to play it as such, you need to be dynamic, much as, there's a ton of players on the other side of the curtains that are over there that are not playing a hero that they would have played otherwise.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
So that is a very fair point.
I mean, it is to the standard, the way that they are making this a format that is going to be welcomed in the World Tour. I mean, people are going to have to make the same decisions of, I've never wanted to play Gravy Bones a day in my life. But if I want to win the showdown at the end of this event, or if I want to win a calling or a pro quest, right, to go do that, you might need to play Gravy. And luckily, it's not a $1,000 investment like it is if you've never played Gravy before in CC.
Marbles.
You play marbles. Play them. See, that's the best part, is that like the bling, almost oddly enough feels better, I think, in like the young hero formats, because it's just like
it's perpetual.
It's like this gets to have its use in several different places. And so and now of course like they're coming out with a bunch of the alternate art stuff for things in pen, alternate art things in the tournament packs for the showdowns and stuff. So I think that's going to be awesome. I'm very excited for that.
I mean, there's obviously a ton to look forward to. It's going to be very interesting tracking this, because Commoner and Clash, which we've both been very supportive of, respectfully, right? It's largely been championed by folks who enjoy playing the format,
for sure,
not for folks who are competitive first.
Correct.
So now that Sage is, from many aspects, I shouldn't say competitive first, I don't think that's true, but it is definitely competitive focused.
Yeah, for sure.
I think there's a lot of likelihood that the atmosphere changes to that regard. Right?
Yeah.
So, whether it be relevant to the voting or not, that's going to be very interesting to track. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's just going to be a day-by-day thing. I know from a competitive standpoint, we're still gonna have to figure out like how many people are actually interested in it. I mean, you take a look at Living Legend.
Well, they're gonna have to. It's on Pro Tour now.
Right. And I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like you take a lot of people. Not to, I think Living Legend is just kind of, it's an okay format. I get to play Dromai, right? That's the reason why I like it, is because I get to play Dromai. But if I'm looking at it from a competitive standpoint, I can't play Dromai.
Right.
Like Dromai is not good enough in the format in order for you to get to a top 8 or to get to a finals. And so because of that, you have to make a decision to change. And I think that it will allow more people who probably felt priced out of being competitive get back into it to the level in which they're like, okay, I can just grind with this $20 deck.
For sure.
And not have to worry about, like, you literally just have to pay for travel. Like, travel and entry, that's like bare level stuff you got to worry about. Right. So, again, I think like we mentioned even on a previous episode over there, like, you're going to see more and more people who have probably never shown up and have always wanted to compete and have the skill to compete but don't have the income to compete come in, and you're going to see brand new faces in the World Tour that you've like not seen previously.
Right.
And so that's going to be helpful, unless of course, right, like it's just a bunch of really good players that are just like, okay, I will stop playing CC for a little bit to play Sage, and then you'll probably see their names at the top too. So
well, and that's just at the showdowns, and as mentioned at the keynote last night, there will be callings, right? But from the Pro Tour perspective, you'll have to play both CC and Sage. Yeah. So you will still have the expense there.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the moniker, which is to the World Tour, like you can win a calling on a $20 deck, right? Which is that's awesome. Pretty awesome.
I mean, it's awesome because really at the end of the day, like we've had, I mean, as champions of budget formats, we have consistently had people be like, okay, well, like I can't play Flesh and Blood, period, right? And we're out there saying you can,
right?
And you've been able to, right? And now that it's something that is a lot more championed by LSS to be able to actually push this as something that people are going to want to at least experiment with, let alone maybe actually put in the hours to testing in the format. Like, this opens a whole lot of new avenues to a lot of new players, and that's kind of the best part, because the more this game can grow, the bigger prize pools become that case. I mean, could you imagine spending $20, spending $110 or something for entry into a local event, and then coming out with like $5,000? Right. Like, if you really put in the work,
buy a CC deck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You can then make sure to bring your CC deck to the World Tour or for the Pro Tour when you're going there. So.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Yeah. I mean, I think it's nothing but good news.
Yeah.
In terms of what we started talking about, which was the voting system.
The voting, yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, like, I think it's always great to try new things. It shows innovation in a company, and that's what I like. It's the reason why I like continue to back LSS and be a champion for these formats. Like, even if it's something like, sure, maybe not all of them can see the same light, but as we see growth with the company, we see change, and that's going to be something that Sage is just going to do a lot of good things for for Flesh and Blood in general. I think it's just going to be like insane. And obviously, like, I'm going to continue to cover it. I would have covered it even if they were just even if they're like, we're canceling the format. I'd have been like, okay, yeah, well, I guess maybe we'll still do that. But it's just going to be a good time. I think it's just going to be a ton of value for the people who want to play Fab, who are currently playing Fab. Yeah.
Well, we will see going forward, but 2026 looks to be pretty positive. So I would like to know out there, if you're listening to us, what your thoughts on the system or Silver Age on the whole is.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Let us know and make sure that you don't vote for Dromai to ever be banned in the format. This is a psyop by me.
Oldhim first.
Oldhim first. If Oldhim doesn't go, y'all, if y'all don't ban some Guardians, I tell you what, I'm not trying to force your vote, but
I'm not trying to force your vote.
You're gonna learn. The more we get into the competitive scene, things will become eye-opening to a lot of players, and so it'll be.
Well, and we will see, right? We have the 3 previews. There's the one in Europe. There's the one in Europe in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. And then there's the one in Seattle in early December, and then late December is the one in APAC.
Yeah.
We will have a pretty good idea of the meta by that point going into Penn, which the first bans will be out of that, I assume.
And also, I mean, like at the end of the day, right, you're also expecting to see probably more actual bans on the ban list, right? Like, it's not just the heroes that could leave. Like, there could still be new cards that are made in Penn, are made in previous sets that maybe
Penn, but
like,
I get your point.
But like, hopefully, they take a look at that and they get to go, okay, cool, maybe this is a too much of a powerful card that we overlooked maybe, and there can be other changes. But I think the voting system is going to be very interesting, and I'm curious what heroes hit the permaban.
Right.
Like, just absolutely for months on end.
And I know we were kind of sunsetting, but it's going to be very interesting to see how the voting system interferes with the normal card ban list, right? Because you could look at like a Siren's a Safe Harbor. Yeah. Probably fine if Ira's gone.
Yeah. No. No, Siren's Saber Harbor is not fine no matter what.
The card's
that's in about like 6 of my Sage decks right now, and it is so good.
Fair enough.
It is so good. So long as Sirens and Pummel exist in the same format. Yeah, you have a crazy format.
Fair.
It's a good time.
Fair enough. All right. Well, again, leave us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. We're gonna get out of here and go play some Flesh and Blood.
Yeah.
By the way, this dude and I met at the top table.
We did.
The Commoner event at 11 o'clock.
We did. It was a good game.
On your win.
It was a good game. Thank you.
Me 3-1, him 4-0 in Commoner. That's right. Repping our budget formats.
Yep.
And there was more than just 2 people in it.
Yeah. Oh my
53
gosh.
People.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to talk about that in a future thing. Like, that's good. Oh, what a turnout.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Commoner Gold
I bet it breaks under tomorrow, but we will see.
Oh, I would sure.
We will see.
For sure.
All right, my friend. Well, thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
We've got a whole weekend. No one kicked us out of our spot.
Yeah, right. Look at that.
Maybe we'll do another one.
Sounds good.
Either way, you got to stay with me, buddy.
Go Commando. Awesome.